Could the breakfast you eat every morning actually be accelerating your muscle loss? If you're over 60 and have noticed that getting up from your favorite chair takes more effort than it used to, you're not imagining things. Here's what nobody wants to tell you. The standard American breakfast, even the healthy versions with whole grain toast and orange juice, could be setting you up for dangerous muscle loss. Studies from Harvard Medical School reveal something shocking. We lose up to 8% of our muscle mass per decade after age 60. That's not just a medical statistic. That's the difference between confidently walking to your mailbox or needing someone to steady you. But here's what gives me hope. In Japan, I've witnessed 80-year-olds who move like they're 60. They're not taking expensive supplements or following complicated diets. They're eating simple, inexpensive foods that most American grocery stores already carry. Foods that work differently than anything we typically recommend here. Today, I'm sharing 7 of these remarkable foods with you. If you've been wondering why you feel weaker despite eating right, this could change everything. Let me explain what's really happening inside your body after 60 using an analogy that might remind you of those classic how-to shows from television's golden age. Think of your muscles like a home renovation crew working on your house. When you were younger, that crew was eager and efficient. Give them some basic materials, a piece of chicken, a glass of milk, and they'd immediately get to work repairing and strengthening. But after 60, something changes. Your renovation crew becomes pickier and slower to respond. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. It's like having workers that need higher quality materials and better scheduling to do the same job they used to do with less. Your muscles now need about 30% more protein than they did and they need it delivered differently. Instead of one big delivery of materials at dinner time, they work better with smaller, steady deliveries throughout the day. Here's where it gets interesting. Most American seniors are doing the equivalent of starving their renovation crew all day, then dumping a huge pile of materials on them at 6 p.m. and expecting miracles. Meanwhile, in Japan, they've figured out the perfect rhythm. Small deliveries of high-quality materials. Morning, noon, and night. Not overwhelming amounts. Just consistent, gentle nourishment that keeps the crew happy and productive. The Japanese approach is like having a wise contractor who knows exactly when to provide the right materials to keep everyone working efficiently. Their traditional foods contain something special called leucine. Think of it as the premium fuel that really gets your muscle crew excited about their work. But here's what makes their system even smarter. They don't just feed the renovation crew. They support the whole foundation. Their foods support digestion, reduce inflammation, and even help with balance and brain function. It's like upgrading not just the house, but strengthening the entire foundation and surrounding landscape. The science behind this is fascinating. When you give aging muscles the specific nutrition they've been craving, delivered in the gentle rhythm they can actually use, something remarkable happens. Your body starts working with you instead of against you. That's not poetic language. That's exactly what happens when you align your eating with your body's evolved wisdom. If you lived through the Kennedy administration and remember when I Love Lucy was appointment television, your body has experienced changes that younger generations simply can't understand. Your digestive system processes food differently than it did when you were watching Ed Sullivan introduce the Beatles. Your kidneys, liver, and muscles all work at a gentler pace now. Like a well-loved car that still runs beautifully but needs premium fuel and careful attention. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom written in biology. Your body has earned the right to be treated with special care. The challenge is that most nutritional advice treats every adult the same. Whether that's like giving the same driving instructions to someone with a brand new sports car and someone with a cherished 1960s. Both can get you where you need to go. But they require different approaches. After 60, your stomach produces less acid, making it harder to break down large chunks of protein. Your liver processes nutrients more slowly. Your muscles have become more selective about what they'll accept and when. These changes aren't failures. They're adaptations. And the Japanese have understood this for generations. Their traditional approach to feeding elders isn't about forcing more calories or bigger portions. It's about offering exactly what aging bodies can use most efficiently. Gentle proteins that digest easily, nutrients that absorb readily, foods that nourish without overwhelming. When you align your eating with these natural changes instead of fighting them, something beautiful happens. Your body starts working with you instead of against you. You begin to feel steady, clear, and genuinely nourished in a way that goes far beyond just filling your stomach. Before we dive into these 7 remarkable foods that could change how you feel and move every single day, I'd love to have you join our growing community of seniors who are reclaiming their strength and independence. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're building something special here. And please, leave me a comment below. I want to know which of these changes in your body have you noticed most? The fatigue? The difficulty getting up from chairs? The feeling of being unsteady? Your experiences help everyone in our community learn and grow together. Now let's discover what Japanese elders know that could transform your golden years. Number 7. Miso soup. The morning hug your body craves. Picture this. It's 6 a.m., and instead of instant coffee and a piece of toast, you start your day with a warm, savory bowl of miso soup. It sounds different from the breakfast habits you formed in the era of Father Knows Best, but your muscles will thank you. Miso soup provides gentle, easily absorbed protein along with probiotics that help your aging digestive system work more efficiently. Think of it as giving your stomach the same careful attention you'd give to starting a classic car on a cold morning. The fermentation process that creates miso also produces compounds that may help lower blood pressure and support heart health, benefits that become more precious with each passing year. Making miso soup is simpler than programming one of those complicated modern TVs. Dissolve a tablespoon of miso paste in hot water. Add some cubed tofu or seaweed if you like, and you've got a protein-rich start to your day. The warmth alone feels like a gentle morning embrace for your entire system. Number 6. Tofu. The gentle protein that never argues. If you associate tofu with hippies and health food stores from the 1970s, it's time for a fresh introduction. Modern tofu is nothing like those rubbery blocks you might have tried decades ago. Today's silken tofu has the smooth texture of custard, while firm tofu can be cubed, sliced, or crumbled like cottage cheese. With 10 grams of complete protein per serving, tofu provides muscle-building power without the heaviness that can make digestion difficult after. It's like switching from a heavy winter coat to a lightweight jacket that still keeps you perfectly warm. Tofu absorbs whatever flavors you add to it, making it as versatile as a good black dress that works for any occasion. Try it scrambled with a little turmeric for color, cubed in soup, or blended into smoothies for extra creaminess. Number 5. Buckwheat soba. The noodle that fights time. If you grew up when spaghetti came from a can and ethnic food meant chop suey at the Chinese restaurant downtown, buckwheat soba might surprise you. These thin, grayish noodles look humble, but they pack 12 grams of protein per serving, plus something called rutin, a compound that helps blood flow to your muscles like opening all the windows in a stuffy house. Unlike the refined pasta that became popular in the 1950s, soba won't cause your blood sugar to spike and crash like a roller coaster. Instead, it provides steady energy that lasts for hours. Think of it as the nutritional equivalent of a reliable Buick. Not flashy, but it gets you where you need to go without breaking down. Soba can be served hot in broth, perfect for cold evenings when the Lawrence Welk Show was your Saturday night entertainment, or cold with a dipping sauce. Look for 100% buckwheat soba in the Asian section of your grocery store. Number 4. Eggs the Japanese way. Soft as a Doris Day melody. You've probably eaten thousands of eggs in your lifetime. But Japanese-style preparation transforms them into something even more nourishing. Instead of frying in butter until the edges are crispy, Japanese cooks steam their eggs gently, creating a texture as soft and comforting as your favorite cashmere sweater. This gentle cooking preserves all the protein, while making it easier for mature digestive systems to process. The technique is called tamago, and it's as simple as whisking eggs with a tiny bit of soy sauce and steaming them in a small pan. The result is creamy, custard-like, and packed with the complete protein your muscles crave. Each bite delivers nutrition without the heaviness that can sometimes make you feel sluggish after eating. Number 3. Small fish. The calcium your grandmother never knew she needed. Your grandmother probably served you plenty of milk and cheese for strong bones, but she might not have known about the power of small whole fish. Sardines, anchovies, and mackerel provide not just protein, but also the calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D that work together like a perfectly choreographed dance number from a Fred Astaire movie. When you eat these fish whole, bones, skin, and all, you're getting nutrients in the exact proportions nature intended. One small can of sardines delivers 23 grams of protein, plus more calcium than a glass of milk. The omega-3 fats help reduce the inflammation that makes joints ache, like old floorboards. I know the smell might remind you of fish markets from decades past, but today's canned sardines are mild and versatile. Try them mashed on toast with a squeeze of lemon, mixed into pasta salad, or straight from the can with crackers. Number 2. Edamame. The snack that remembers when TV had 3 channels. Remember when families gathered around the television set to watch Bonanza together, sharing a bowl of popcorn? Edamame brings back that same sense of comfort, but with a powerful difference. These bright green soybeans deliver 18 grams of complete protein per cup. That's more than 3 eggs, while you're simply enjoying the pleasant ritual of popping pods. The beauty lies in the process itself. Like shelling peas on the front porch while listening to Perry Como on the radio, edamame encourages you to slow down and be present with your food. Each pod contains 2 to 3 beans that taste mildly nutty and satisfying. But here's the science that makes edamame extraordinary for seniors. These beans contain all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need, plus a compound called genistein that specifically helps preserve bone density. You can find frozen edamame in any grocery store, usually near the frozen vegetables. Number 1. Natto. The superfood that sounds like Rice Krispies. Here's where we reach the most powerful and admittedly most unusual food on our list. Natto looks like coffee beans covered in stretchy strings, and when you stir it, it makes a sound reminiscent of Rice Krispies crackling in milk. I won't lie to you. It's an acquired taste, but the nutritional power packed into these fermented soybeans is extraordinary. Natto contains more protein per ounce than steak, plus vitamin K2, a nutrient so rare and valuable for bone health that it's like finding a first edition book at a garage sale. The fermentation creates enzymes that help break down the protein into forms your body can use immediately. Start with just a teaspoon mixed into rice or soup, and gradually increase as your taste buds adjust. Now, before you head to the grocery store, let me share some gentle guidance that comes from caring about your well-being, not from liability lawyers. If you take blood-thinning medications like warfarin, that wonderful vitamin K2 in natto could interact with your prescription. It's like having 2 conductors trying to lead the same orchestra. They need to work together, not against each other. Always chat with your pharmacist or doctor before adding natto to your routine. For those watching sodium intake, miso soup and some prepared tofu products can be quite salty. Think of salt like seasoning a perfect roast. A little enhances everything, but too much overwhelms the meal. Choose low-sodium versions when possible. or make your own miso soup with less paste and more vegetables. If you're dealing with kidney issues, the higher protein content in these foods means your kidneys will have more work to do. It's like asking an older car engine to pull a heavier load. It can be done, but you want to proceed thoughtfully. Start with smaller portions and see how your body responds. Some folks experience digestive changes when introducing fermented foods like miso and natto. This is usually temporary, like your stomach learning a new dance step. Begin with small amounts, a teaspoon of natto or half a cup of miso soup, and gradually increase as your system adapts. For those on tight budgets, don't feel you need to buy everything at once. Canned sardines and frozen edamame are often the most economical choices. Dried tofu and miso paste have long shelf lives, making them smart investments that last for months. If you have trouble chewing, focus on the softer options first. Silken tofu, well-cooked edamame, and miso soup require minimal chewing while delivering maximum nutrition. Remember, these foods are meant to enhance your current diet, not replace everything you're already eating. Think of them as adding a few new friends to your social circle. They complement what you already have rather than demanding you change everything. Your body has wisdom built from decades of experience. Listen to what feels good and adjust accordingly. Let's create a gentle week-by-week plan that honors both your body's needs and your daily routines. Think of this as planting a garden. You don't plant everything on the same day, but you prepare the soil and add new growth gradually. Week 1. The familiar beginning. Start with eggs prepared the Japanese way, soft and creamy rather than fried crisp. This gives you the comfort of familiar food with enhanced nutrition. Try steaming scrambled eggs in a small pan with a splash of low-sodium soy sauce. Serve alongside your regular toast and coffee. No dramatic changes, just a gentler approach to something you already love. Week 2. Adding ocean wisdom. Introduce small fish twice this week. If canned sardines feel overwhelming, try them mixed into tuna salad at first. The familiar flavors of mayonnaise and celery will help your palate adjust while your muscles get that calcium-rich protein. Shop the canned fish aisle like you're hunting for treasures. Look for sardines packed in olive oil and anchovies without too much salt. Week 3. The soybean family. Add frozen edamame as an afternoon snack. Keep a bag in your freezer and steam a small bowl when you'd normally reach for crackers. The ritual of shelling each pod gives your hands something to do while watching television, just like snapping green beans used to do. Week 4. Soup for the soul. Introduce miso soup as a mid-morning warm-up or light lunch. Many grocery stores now carry instant miso soup packets that are as easy as instant coffee. Add hot water, stir, and you've got gentle protein and probiotics working for your health. Beyond the first month, once these foods feel familiar, consider adding silken tofu to smoothies or cubing firm tofu into soups. Save buckwheat soba for when you're feeling adventurous. Maybe try it on a day when you're cooking for curious grandchildren. And natto? That's your advanced degree in Japanese nutrition. Some people never acquire the taste, and that's perfectly fine. The other 6 foods provide tremendous benefits without requiring culinary bravery. Make a list and stick to the Asian foods aisle for miso paste, tofu, and soba noodles. The frozen section holds edamame and often frozen tofu. Canned fish lives with other canned proteins. Most importantly, don't feel pressured to find everything in one trip. Building new habits is like growing older. It happens gradually, with patience and self-compassion. As we reach the end of our time together today, I want you to know something important. You are not alone on this journey. Every day, I hear from viewers who are discovering that 60, 70, and 80 can be years of renewed strength rather than inevitable decline. These aren't miraculous transformations. They're quiet victories that happen one gentle choice at a time. Your body has carried you through decades of life, love, loss, and celebration. It deserves to be nourished with the same care you'd give to a cherished friend. If this video brought you hope or clarity, please share it with someone who might need encouragement. And don't forget to subscribe to join our growing community of seniors who refuse to accept weakness as inevitable. Leave a comment below and let me know which food you're most excited to try. Until next time, be gentle with yourself and trust in your body's ability to grow stronger.